In today's video, we're going to continue our coverage on Deadpool 3, aka Deadpool and Wolverine, aka we don't even know the official title of this movie. Hopefully, we can find out the official title during the so-called Superbowl trailer, which hasn't actually really been confirmed. It's just people assuming we're getting one. Hopefully, we will. Now they've wrapped principal photography, although there will be reshoots, there will be repurposing, there will be retooling. There will be some touch-up scenes done from said actors of the movie. So yes, principal photography is done, but there's always extra stuff that gets done behind the scenes. So, yo, what is freaking good, YouTube? Wish you have your new anime, subscribe to never miss any of the Marvel, DC, Kaiju, Multiverse, pop culture-based content that I try to do on a daily basis. If you're good, subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and let me know what do you actually think's going on in Deadpool 3, because literally no so-called inside scooper, inside sources, realistically, know nothing. All the information that's been going around has been going around since before they started shooting, which realistically is the movie is going to set up Battle World, and the movie is about saving the universe, and it's a buddy cop, time traveling, Hugh Jackman, Wolverine, and Deadpool saving everyone. So no one really knows anything. It's really surprising. I've been in this game of covering leaks, covering behind the scenes footage of movies and stuff for many years, and everyone is clueless about this movie. It's fantastic. So check us out on Instagram at Warstu to see the beautiful face behind the beautiful voice. Check us out on Twitter, WarstuG. Right, let's go into it. So yesterday, Ryan Reynolds posted this, and this actually tells us more than any insider has actually told, which is actually legit. The suit hides blood, also sweat, but today with Deadpool rapping, it's mostly tears, a giant forever, thanks to the casting crew of our film who battled wind, rain, strikes, and Hugh Jackman, all under the steward leadership of Sean Levy. Got to make a movie with our closest pals, and that doesn't happen very often. See ya, July the 26th. He really is pushing this release date. So obviously they would have started working on CGI and VFX a long time ago. So Casey Walsh said this. So I've heard the film is essentially following Iger's new mandates, and shots and sequences have been locked much earlier than previous films to allow the CGI teams time, no changes through the process. So what is interesting for me is everyone thinks they know what's going on, but realistically, you haven't actually seen anything. So movies don't show concurrently. What I mean, well, they don't shoot Act 1, Act 2, Act 3. They shoot random scenes here and there. So if you look at all the new footage that's been coming out, it's not really showing us anything. It's literally showing us Wolverine and Deadpool walking around talking. So it's a buddy cop movie. Is it a buddy cop movie? I don't know. But it looks to me like whatever's coming out, Marvel Studios is allowing them to post it. Because although they are filming out in the open, they're still on a closed off set, and it's basically 4K quality that's coming out. So we've always known what's going to happen in this movie, which is literally knowing nothing, because most of the footage that's come out was in the void. There was a scene in the field, there was one with Logan in the forest, and there was a Sabretooth scene with them fighting and a bunch of stuff like that. So we realistically haven't seen much of the movie because they filmed it backwards. They filmed the third act first, and they filmed it backwards. So the cameo fest, this movie is supposed to be a huge cameo fest, but yet no behind the scenes images have been leaked. Yet you're getting a 4K video footage that we can't use without paying money of Hugh Jackman and Deadpool looking like they're telling a story, him jumping on the other's back, and realistically, the plot is up in the air. It looks like Wolverine and Deadpool messing up the Fox universe, and somehow they end up in the MCU. So it's interesting. It looks like a road trip, and everyone keeps saying that this sets up Battle World. Interesting. So where is the TVA? So as people know, the alleged fake plot leak is the TVA is setting up heroes from various universes. So the main bulk of this movie hasn't been shot in the open. So we know they use soundstage, they use studios to do a bunch of the so-called cameos, and there's no end of wild posts on Twitter, which realistically, most of it is fabricated. So third acts are generally where the huge fights, the impactful moments happen. And currently, there's been, I mean, I've not posted any of the footage or any of the images realistically because it's just boring stuff. It's literally them holding hands and then walking through forests and then walking through open air and them being in the void. So Ryan Reynolds knows this and Marvel knows this, hence why they keep pushing that stuff, because that ain't what this movie's really about. We know what this movie's about. We know who the so-called villain is. Cassandra Nova is the alleged villain, played by Emma Corrin. We don't actually know what's going on in this movie, but we kind of do. It's a multiversal movie that sure has to set the stage for what's to come. Now, we know there's a movie called Avengers 5, and some people are saying it's not going to be Kang's Dynasty, and it's really Secret Wars Part 1, and then we're going to get Secret Wars Part 2. But it is quite funny looking at what the so-called insiders keep saying on Twitter, because they keep contradicting themselves. Oh, Jean Grey is fighting Wanda in Deadpool 3. Cool story, bro. Loki is in Deadpool 3. Cool story, bro. Sylvie is in Deadpool 3. Cool story, bro. The amount of posts I've seen in the last week of every single character under the sun being in this movie, it's all fabricated. It's like this Super Bowl trailer. Cool story, bro. There could be a Super Bowl trailer early February at the Super Bowl. But again, that has not been confirmed or reconfirmed. So it makes me laugh because I've been covering this kind of stuff for 5-6 years and I've never seen this much high quality behind the scenes images, footage coming out. Yeah, everyone's clueless. So there is a so-called pizza scene at the end of the movie, and it's going to be set in Tobey Maguire's universe, so that's how the movie's going to be set. Or it's going to be set in the 616, or it's going to be set in the MCU. And I love it when these so-called Twitter scoopers do these, very vague tweets where they start posting Tobey Maguire and stuff like that. And then you get, Tobey Maguire and Hugh Jackman are going to be leading Secret Wars. And I'm like, are you sure about that? Are you really sure about that? Because it seems to me that everyone regurgitates the same information, but when it comes to Deadpool 3, no one has a clue what's going on. Hugh Jackman has finally shaved off his beard because they've finished shooting. Interesting. Dogpool has wrapped. Okay, interesting. It's almost like they're trying to misdirect you into thinking you know what's happening in the movie. Like when Ryan Reynolds did the PR stunt. What was the PR stunt? He basically said, stop leaking the movie with your telescopes and your lenses. Yo, come on now. You can't honestly think that all the things we've seen officially with the images coming out, you can't think that's the bulk of the movie. That's tiny parts of the movie. They've been shooting this movie for so long, yet realistically, nothing's come out. So it does make me really intrigued for what and who is filmed for Deadpool 3. I do believe there will be a lot of cameos, for sure, like Lady Deadpool being played by Ryan Reynolds' wife, Blake Lively. I do believe stuff like that could happen. Oh, Taylor Swift's going to appear. Maybe she appears, maybe she doesn't. We don't know. But one thing for sure is the whole Deadpool 3 scenario should have made you realize that these so-called industry insiders on Twitter don't know a thing. So let me know what is going to happen. Is this going to set the stage for Battle World, which is going to set the stage for Secret Wars? Is Tobey Maguire going to be eating pizza with Wolverine and with Deadpool at the end of the movie? I mean, it would be cool. But realistically, nobody knows anything about this movie, and that's what makes it so fascinating, because massive misdirection. They shot the ending of the movie on sound stages, behind the scenes, in studios. And the stuff that's coming out, that's kind of minor stuff. It really is. Because there's been no the Sabretooth fight, but it wasn't really a major fight, was it? No. They're not going to hide Wolverine and Deadpool scenes because they're the co-main leads of the movie. So, like always, guys, let us know. What do you think? Are we getting a Super Bowl trailer? We don't know. But we might do. So like always, guys, check out Instagram at Warstu. Check us out on Twitter. And I will catch you in another video, guys, very soon. Catch you later.